Breaking overnight, another violent night across Chicago. At least 30 people shot in the span of just 8 hours. One of the victims, a 7-year-old boy who was shot just before midnight. He died later at Cook County Hospital. And now we're learning more about that boy. Let's go on to Eyewitness News reporter Diane Patthew. She's live from the shooting scene in Humboldt Park. Diane.
And Ben, his father, tells a heartbreaking story of how his son was playing outside with other kids when these shots rang out. 7-year-old Amari Brown is the latest victim of gun violence here in Chicago. He was shot and killed outside of the home right behind me. As you can see, family members are now gathering to try and support the dad. It all happened last night. Brown and a 26-year-old woman, another friend, were standing in the sidewalk in the 1100 block of North Harding here in Humboldt Park. And around midnight, shots rang out. Brown was shot in the side of the chest and was taken to Cook County Hospital. His dad actually drove him there, and that is where he died. The woman was also shot in the chest, and she, we're told, is in good condition, and should be home soon. She lives at this residence. Brown's father tells us they had been celebrating the 4th of July and just had returned to this friend's house when the boy was playing in the front yard with other kids when someone came from around the corner and just opened fire.
The shooters ain't paying no attention to kids out here. Like, that's just to make no sense. Like, somebody need to come up and talk. That little boy lost his life for no reason at all. That's just like one of the men. I consider everybody kid I had that's with my kids one of the mans. I'm gonna treat them just like I treat mans. And that last night, that was wrong.
Brown's death brings the unofficial count of shootings across the city to 37 people shot and 6 of them killed since Friday morning. Brown's family, along with the local activists, are having a press conference this afternoon at 2 o'clock to demand that the killer of Amari Brown turn himself in. We should also say that police have told us that both victims, Brown and the 26-year-old woman, were not, it appears, the intended targets. Reporting
custody, Milwaukee police make an arrest after a 14-year-old is shot and killed at last night's fireworks in Milwaukee. Now, police call the juvenile behind bars a person of interest. Tonight, the victim's mother is speaking out. Fox 6's Ashley Sears is live on Milwaukee's east side where this shooting happened with her message. Ashley, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Police say a feud between two groups may have escalated here. 14-year-old Tariq Akbar was shot and killed. Tonight, his mother is grieving as police continue to investigate.
Really don't know how to feel right now.
A day of celebration
I'm hurt.
Turned to one of mourning.
I got mixed emotions because it just don't seem real to me. Not yet.
As the July 3rd fireworks came to an end,
they was at the lake and some guys approached them trying to fight them.
An argument erupted on the east side. Police say it was a fight that started on Facebook.
They just got to shooting.
Arifa Akbar's 14-year-old son, Tariq.
My son was running and they shot my baby in his head.
Was hit by gunfire. The shooting happened within 100 yards of dozens of officers.
Certainly can't make any sense of this absurdity.
Chief Ed Flynn,
but this is the reality we're confronting.
Says those officers ran to the scene performing CPR on the 14-year-old. Akbar was taken to the hospital.
This young man was far too young.
He later died.
To have himself murdered so ridiculously.
The boy's mother.
He loved everybody, and everybody loved him.
Struggles.
He wasn't no person to be in no mess.
To understand what happened. She says he was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I'm thinking about him.
Suffering a pain that will never go away.
He had a long life ahead of him. He was only 14.
And police say they are making progress. A male juvenile person of interest has been taken into custody.